Implats Platinum Group metals output up amid robust demand but lackluster pricing.
This audio is brought to you by Wearcheck, your condition monitoring specialist.
Platinum Group Metals, PGM, mining and marketing company Implats on Tuesday reported higher production in a period characterized by robust demand but lackluster PGM prices. Despite continued macroeconomic and geopolitical uncertainty, demand from our contractual customers remains robust, with elevated additional volumes requested via spot sales during the third quarter. PGM pricing remains lackluster, however, with notable volatility in both platinum and palladium reflecting the continued influence of investor activity, Implats CEO Nico Muller stated in a production report for the period ended March 31. In the 9 months ended March 31, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange-listed company recorded a 16% increase in total 6-element, 6E, group production volumes to 2.73 million ounces, with a 25% gain in managed volumes to 2.17 million ounces, a 4% increase in joint venture, JV, production to 410,000 ounce, and a 31% decrease in third-party receipts to 149,000 ounce. Gross 6E refined and saleable production increased by 15% to 2.47 million ounces in the 9 months, and 6E sales volumes increased by 11% to 2.52 million ounces. Margins remain compressed, and we are pursuing a set of actions to ensure that each of our operations is set up to more robustly deliver sustainable free cash flow through the PGM cycle. It's imperative that each of our assets operates within the appropriate volume, cost and capital parameters relative to the current pricing environment and the broader operating context, Muller stated in a release to Mining Weekly. In late April, Implats embarked on a Section 189(3) consultation process at its South African operations, which could affect 3,900 positions, equating to a 9% reduction in labor across the group's Impala Rustenburg, Impala Bafokeng and Marula operations, as well as at the corporate office, which is targeting a 30% reduction in head office costs. We delivered a commendable operational performance while navigating several challenges in the period under review. Investigations into the 27th of November tragedy at 11 Shaft progressed, and the production ramp-up at the operation remains on track. The rebuild of Impala Rustenburg's No. 5 furnace was completed and first matte has now been tapped. Notable operational performances were delivered by Zimplats and Mimosa, and at Impala Canada, where mining and milling was rebased, Muller added. Implats remains on track to deliver within the guided group parameters for the full 2024 financial year. March quarter. In the 3 months to March 31, gross Group 6E production increased by 13% to 827,000 ounce. Tons milled at managed operations increased by 16% to 6.48 million tons during the quarter. The maiden inclusion of Impala Bafokeng and higher milled volumes at Zimplats offset lower throughput at Impala Rustenburg, Marula, and Impala Canada. The 6E milled grade of 3.64 grams/T was stable, and 6E production at managed operations increased by 17% to 657,000 ounce. The 6E production from the JVs at Mimosa and Two Rivers increased by 7% to 134,000 ounce. At Impala Refining Services, third-party 6E receipts of 37,000 ounce were 23% lower than the prior comparable quarter as 2 contracts concluded in financial year 2023. There were negligible production losses owing to load curtailment in South Africa in the quarter, although regional electricity generation and distribution challenges did pose headwinds to operating momentum in Zimbabwe. Refined 6E production, which includes saleable ounces from Impala Canada and Impala Bafokeng, increased by 8% to 717,000 ounce. Implats finished the period with 410,006 ounces of excess inventory and 6E sales volumes of 824,000 ounce, including saleable production from Impala Canada and Impala Bafokeng, increased by 10%, and were 3% lower on a like-for-like basis from those in the prior comparable quarter, with some destocking of refined inventory to offset the impact of the planned furnace maintenance.